Imagine two kings seeking to rule the world. They lead nations that in turn form alliances, east versus west. Wars that they start are not fought on their land, but on the soil of buffer states, small countries caught in the middle of opposing empires. These smaller nations and tribes seek to create alliances in order to preserve their very existence. And all the while, another nation looms in the wings, waiting for its chance to rise to power. As it is in our day, so it was in the day of ancient Jerusalem and the nation of Judah. Caught in the middle between the warring kings of Pharaoh Necho of Egypt and Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon, a brotherhood of the scroll emerged to preserve the faith of their people in the midst of world conflagration. Like a Tom Clancy novel set in Bible times, the Brotherhood of the Scroll is a historical novel set in the 600 BC and follows the timeline of events of Judah's exile to Babylon as laid out in the Old Testament book of Jeremiah. Just as the United States and the Soviet Union led alliances of nations during the Cold War, Egypt and Babylon formed alliances, engaged in wars, and sent spies into each other's capitals. I have a question for you. Are you someone who wants to bring the Bible alive and get the people into the story? Are you looking for a tool, a novel perhaps, complete with study guide, maps, and web links to material on the internet that can both entertain and educate people about the truth of the Bible? If so, then consider the Brotherhood of the Scroll. From a review posted on Amazon.com, Danny Zakari writes, I really enjoyed this novel. The author sets up a story of political intrigue while remaining true to the Bible. I like the idea of the three prophets, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and Daniel, interacting. Most of all, I liked seeing Daniel as a youth. It gives the reader a way to relate to the biblical characters. What will you find when you read The Brotherhood of the Scroll? A novel where the faith of biblical characters is challenged by a pagan culture, including infant sacrifice. A novel that uses a Jewish secret code called Athbash. A novel that uses international plots and alliances involving nations like Cush, now modern Ethiopia. A novel that uses the historical fact that Egypt sought to build a canal near where the Suez Canal is today, and that Babylon invaded Egypt at a place called Migdol where the canal was being built. It's a novel that weaves the history of ancient times into the story of the Bible. The Brotherhood of the Scroll begins in 605 BC, when Jeremiah delivered a prophecy that Jerusalem would be carried into Babylonian captivity for 70 years. From a review posted on Amazon.com, Bianca Elliott writes, The Brotherhood of the Scroll by David Lance is fast, compelling reading. High drama, good dialogue, political intrigue on an international scale are just some of the qualities of a good book, and this book has them all and more. Lance captures the heart of Jeremiah, the prophet of Jehovah, very well. The story weaves in material from such biblical topics as the flood, Ehud the left-handed judge, prophecy about the temple, Old Testament scripture, and much more. From a review posted on Amazon.com, Sam Rund writes, As a 16-year-old, I can say that everyone from teens and up will enjoy this book. And even those who are not familiar with the Bible and its Old Testament history and prophecies will find the mystery, war, love, and conflict, all mixed together and conflicting, to be captivating. So, if you really are someone who wants to bring the Bible alive and get people into the story, here's what I'm asking you to do. Join the Facebook group, The Brotherhood of the Scroll. Order the ebook. You'll find hyperlinks to many sites on the internet. Order a copy and study guide for group Bible studies. Or contact me, David Lance, if you'd like to discuss ideas for ministry partnership. From a review posted on Amazon.com, Ulysses Rodriguez writes, The book invites you to take the Bible and read the book of Daniel. And when you do this, you'll see the effort Lance has put into it when originally describing what could have happened in detail. Even if you're not a religious person, you will enjoy this book. To order, go to wisejargon.com/orderscroll.htm. For watching this presentation, I'd like to send you the prologue, first chapter, and introduction to the study guide. To receive the free materials, simply send me an email at dlance@buyingtechnology.com. Put "Send me free Brotherhood of the Scroll materials" in the subject line. Include your email address. Thanks, and God bless.